Hello and welcome, or welcome back. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Georgie from Healing Moons, and in this episode we're going to be talking about twin flames and the twin flame journey, including separation. Twin flames seem to be a little bit of a buzzword at the moment. A lot of people are talking about twin flames and twin flame journey at its various stages. And so I wanted to cover it here to kind of look at it a little bit more deeply. The concept of twin flames is where two parts of one soul come down onto the earth at the same time in the same incarnation, and they'll come together in union to trigger each other, and it can trigger wounds either from this lifetime or past lifetimes that we're working through, and it's to accelerate our growth at a soul level. So the journey isn't easy, and there can be a lot of ups and downs. There's the initial high when you first meet your twin, and then there's the separation, which can be very painful and, as I say, very triggering. And the whole point of it is to go through, it can trigger spiritual awakenings and reawakenings, and even if you've had one spiritual awakening, you can have another later down the line. You can have multiple throughout your lifetime as you level up going forwards. And when twins are in separation, it's because they've been triggered to do the healing work that's needed, and then only after a certain point they'll then come back together. Now, when this point is, it's very different for each set of twin flames that are on the planet, and the reunion may be in this lifetime, it may be in the next. It depends how far along you are, but it's to do with our growth. And if you do come back into union, then it will trigger another lot of like a soul mission, because you'll have individual soul missions that you've come here to heal, whether it be things from past lives, or it could also be something within the family that you've been born into, that you're ending the patterns and cycles that have been within that family, to heal those. And then you'll have another soul mission that you would then complete together. And with each set of twins, it's going to be slightly different, because we've all come here for a different reason. Now, I can't tell you whether you are part of a twin flame, and whether a person that you may know or be thinking of is your twin flame. Only you can truly know that. And there are also false twins that you can come into union with prior to meeting your twin flame, and they're kind of there to prime you at soul level, to trigger that healing that needs to be done so that you can come into union in 3D with your twin flame. And I'd also like to point out that if you're with someone who you believe is your twin flame, and it's a romantic relationship or any relationship that is abusive in any way, whether it be mentally, physically, emotionally, it doesn't matter. If it's abusive, then just walk away, because regardless of whether that person is your twin or not, the true healing can't really take place until you're in separation. And no one should be in an abusive relationship. You shouldn't be putting up with that at all. So I just want to say that it should be kind of obvious, but I know a lot of us put up with things that we shouldn't. So I'm just putting that out there. Safety is always should come first. Also, if you're in a twin flame union or a separation, and you find that you are getting very caught up in romanticizing how things are with your twin. It's important that you're not getting too attached to the outcome and the union, because that's going to take away from your journey and it will slow down the process. So if you can let that go, because of the vibrational set point, you need to also heal the codependency that goes along with it. So if you are constantly trying to check in, wondering what your twin's doing, and you're just kind of losing sight of your everyday life because you've become so worried and consumed with your twin flame journey, that's a sign that you need to take a step back, recenter yourself, because you're always connected to your twin flame on a higher level, whether that's that you can just feel them around you, depending on what your abilities are. You may just generally have a sense that they're with you. You may feel their energy. If you've already met them and you're in separation, you may be able to smell them. You may get signs from them. They may appear in your dreams. All of this just reinforces that you are connected at a soul level, and regardless of what the separation is, how big the distance is, or whether they're not even talking to you, because if you're watching this, chances are you're the chaser and not the runner. So you're going to be the one that is more spiritually aware and heightened to the energies of the union and the connection. So if you can kind of take the focus off of when things are going to happen and trust that it will when it's meant to, because there's divine timing at play and things like that. But you need to be shifting your attention from when you're going to reconnect or meet your twin flame, if you haven't already, and focus it more on your own inner work and embodying the best version of yourself, because that's what's going to lift your vibration to make you a vibrational match with your twin. And as you're doing the work, it will also help raise the vibration of your twin at the same time. So if they've been reluctant to acknowledge the connection and to do the work that's involved and things like that, by you shifting your attention and coming back into alignment with yourself, your twin will naturally gravitate towards the work that they need to do to be able to reconnect with you in the 3D. So I think that that's something that's not very often touched upon, because the focus is more on what you need to do to come back into union and how to get there, and it's all about do. But there's an element of letting go and just having that trust in that it's meant to be, because if you've experienced it and you've started to connect with your twin, then it's meant to happen, whether it be in this lifetime or the next. You know, you don't have to get everything done right now, and you still have a human existence to have, because that's the whole point of being here and going through the process and the twin flame journey. It's all about bringing the spiritual into the 3D. So if you can bring your attention back to your everyday life and not allow yourself to get too hung up on the journey and the union itself, then you can begin to shift your vibration as well, and that will be part of your journey to come back into union, or union if you haven't met already, and to just kind of ground yourself in the 3D, because obviously you've still got all the things that you need to do to get through life, and you've got your own personal soul mission as well to achieve, which is the point of you being incarnated at this time with your twin, because you came here, you had an agreement that you were going to do this, and came here at the same time. I also don't personally believe that anyone other than yourself can say whether the person you're thinking of is your twin. There are characteristics and similarities between people's experiences of incarnating with their twin flame, but there'll also be an inner knowing. If you've met your twin, you're going to know, because the connection that you have with them will be completely different from connections that you've had previously, and you will feel it at a soul level. Everything else is kind of hit and miss. So I say hit and miss. There are similarities with the psychic connections and things like that you will experience, but no one can say for 100% that is your twin other than you. And it's just important to kind of take note of. You need to trust yourself and your own discernment on your path and in this journey. Because if you constantly look to other people for the answers on whether this person is your true twin flame, then you're not allowing yourself and your own intuition to play the role that it can, because that's a really important part of it, being able to trust yourself and your own intuition. So it's okay to read up on things, but trust your gut instinct on it. And remember that regardless of where you are on this path, where you are on the journey, it's important to be gentle with yourself and take care of yourself first. Because when you experience the separation, it's not easy, it's not comfortable, and if you're going through it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. It's completely different in a lot of ways, and from things that you'll have experienced in the past. So yeah, just be gentle with yourself on the journey. Don't push yourself like you need to get there. It's not about the end result. It's about the journey and your soul growth along the way. Thank you for joining me for the episode, and if you've made it to the end, I appreciate you so much for being here. If you'd like to, feel free to like, subscribe or comment below, and I will catch up with you in the next video. Until then, love and light, take care. Bye.